Yes, so I have an ADHD diagnosis. I was diagnosed in my early 50s. If you take the hallmark of ADHD, which is tuning out, absent-mindedness, it's not a disease. It's actually a coping mechanism. If I were to stress you right now, and you'd have the options of leaving, just hanging up on me, or fighting back and saying, no, you can't talk to me that way. But if I were to create stress for you and you couldn't escape and you couldn't change the situation, one way that your brain would deal with it would be to tune out, to dissociate, to protect yourself from the stress. Now, what I'm saying is, when genetically highly sensitive infants are living in a highly stressed environment, which is not a question of necessarily the parents being abusive or bad or unloving, but just the parents are stressed themselves, which increasingly is the case in this culture, these kids are stressed. And how they cope with it is by tuning out. It's a coping mechanism. And when does that happen? When the brain is developing. So it's not surprising that when environments are stressed, or in some cases traumatic, the brain doesn't develop properly biologically. Same thing happens in addicted people. And so therefore you bring along a chemical that helps to regulate the biology, you're going to get good results. But the original cause of the biology going awry was the stress or trauma during that period of brain development. If you had a plant in your garden that wasn't growing properly, your first idea wouldn't be that there's something genetically wrong. You'd be asking yourself, what conditions are lacking? Irrigation, sunlight, nutrition in the soil, and so on. So that's what we have to look at, is what conditions do we need to support healthy biological brain development?